Once there was a poor fisherman who struggled to catch many fishes. These made it hard for him to buy food for his wife and three children who relied on fish for their meals. But the fisherman mostly caught small fish or sometimes none at all. One day things seemed to change when he got a dead horse while fishing. He thought it was a bad day and felt frustrated. But he didn't give up and tried again, only to catch a bag of old cups. Since they were worthless to him, he threw them back into the water. Feeling disheartened, the fisherman wondered what he would do. He wanted to sell fish to provide for his family. He made another attempt and got an old dirty jar. He decided to wash it, and to his surprise, it turned out to be made of gold. However, he could not read the words on the jar's lid. Overjoyed, the fisherman realized he could sell the jar for a good price. Curiosity got the better of him, and he opened the jar. Suddenly, white smoke blowed out, and a giant appeared before him. Filled with fear, the fisherman begged for his life, questioning why he had to die. The giant explained that he had been trapped inside the jar by the king of the giants for 100 years. He intended to kill, however, opened the jar, fueled by anger and resentment. The fisherman, however, had one question for the giant before his impending death, and the giant agreed to answer. Curiously, the fisherman asked the giant how he could fit inside the jar when he was so big. Realizing his own lack of intelligence, the giant decided to demonstrate by disappearing into white smoke and reappearing inside the jar. Amazed, the fisherman quickly closed the jar lid, trapping the giant inside once again. The fisherman chose not to open the jar and face certain death. Instead, he threw it back into the sea, hoping that something else might find it in another 300 years. The giant pleaded with the fisherman, promising to make him rich if he released him. But the fisherman refused, fearing the giant's true intentions. As a gesture of gratitude, the giant took the fisherman to a magnificent blue and gold sea filled with abundant fish. He instructed the fisherman to catch some fish and take them to the king, who could reward him with a great amount of gold. The giant then disappeared, leaving the fisherman to his task. The fisherman successfully caught three beautiful red, white, and gold fish and presented them to the king. The king admired their beauty and rewarded the fisherman with more gold. The king's cook began preparing the fish, but to everyone's surprise, the smoke from the fire turned blue and gold, and a strange woman appeared in the kitchen. The woman spoke to the fish, expecting them to do their work, but they remained silent. Growing angry, she threw the fish into the fire, disappearing along with the smoke. Disappointed that he could not eat the fish, the king summoned the fisherman once again, curious about the strange events. The king asked the fisherman for three more fish, offering him more gold. This time, when the cook put the fish over the fire, the smoke turned red and gold, revealing a big man with red hair. The man questioned the fish about their work, and when they answered positively, he pushed them into the fire and vanished. Baffled by these magical occurrences, the king sought an explanation from a young man with stone feet. The young man revealed that he was once a king whose wife possessed magic powers. She had turned him into a stone footed prince because he tried to harm a servant she loved. The queen's magic extended to the whole city, turning its inhabitants into fish and creating mountains and a blue and gold sea. However, the king managed to free himself from his stone feet and sought revenge. He killed the servant, then confronted his wife, ultimately killing her as well. Now, understanding the situation, the king went to the queen's house and found her under a coat. He removed the coat, revealing her servant's dead body, which he had placed there earlier. Unaware of his servant's death, the queen believed him to be alive and spoke to him as if he was still present. The king then led the way to the blue and gold sea, where they witnessed the magical fish. In the end, both kings formed a friendship and rewarded the fisherman and his family with gold and other treasures, ensuring they would never go hungry again.